76ers are concerned, Tommy, there's no place like home, and they plan to try and prove that today. The officials for today's contest, Earl Strom, the veteran, of course, Bill Oakes, and Jack Nees.
Well, Barkley has to not let the double teams that were so effective in Chicago take the ball out of his hands. He did not do that on Friday night. Very effective early.
Jaminsky controlling the tap for the 76ers. This is Johnny Dawkins. Into Charles Barkley, who was simply a man on Friday night, starting off early with the basket.
Well, you put him down there on the baseline and get a pick for him. Awfully difficult to double team.
Jordan over Hawkins, and Michael Jordan getting off early today in place of Scottie Pippen. Dawkins being defended by John Paxson. Over Paxson.
Johnny Dawkins needs a lot of confidence.
Jordan misses the three, rebounded by Barkley. This is what he did Friday, starting the break to Hawkins. And waiting for the offense. Barkley operating on Horace Grant. And Charles very careless with passes on Friday night. 5 left on the shot clock. Jaminsky.
Mike Jaminsky loose in the open court.
Key matchups for Chicago. Horace Grant on Barkley, and King being defended by Mahorn. Jordan, always a key person, period. Jaminsky posting up with Stacey King. Left-handed hook shot by Mike Jaminsky.
What's not one of his real strong points, but against a rookie, it might be.
Philadelphia yet to miss from the field, 5 of 5. Here's King with the running left-handed hook. Cartwright rebound and scores over top of Jaminsky. Need more production from him.
Well, they got to get him the ball, but the Sixers were double teaming him in the low post. He's not real good beating that double team.
Jaminsky with the second jump hook. Tom Heinsohn and Jim Gray for game 4 here in Philadelphia. King trying to use his quickness on Mahorn effectively that time.
He is a beauty.
And this is Mike Jaminsky, rebounded by Grant. Chicago much prefers an up-tempo game. Jordan to King.
King, the power forward, out.
And trying to run it off. Mahorn passes inside to Jaminsky. Mike Jaminsky with 8 first-quarter points.
What a surprise. Jaminsky usually effective in this series from 18 feet. Now he's scoring inside.
Jordan. A concentrated effort on Jordan's part.
Times taking the Bulls out of thinking of what they're supposed to do and worrying about him.
Ed Neely into the lineup now for the Chicago Bulls, replacing Stacey King. And Jordan comes over to block Barkley's shot. And Horace Grant aggressively on the boards. This is Michael.
Great move by Jordan. A little double picture defense.
Michael Jordan with 8 first-quarter points. Had 16 in the first half on Friday night. Obviously more determined here this afternoon. Ron Anderson. For 3. That's it. Out to Anderson. Good defensive rotation by Chicago. Dawkins. A 2-pointer by Johnny Dawkins, who has 4 points, 16 he scored on Friday.
Boy, they really need his outside shooting on that rotation of any kind of double teaming of Barkley.
Jordan. You wonder how this guy...
Jordan to date is his stamina, how he's been able to elevate his game, play that hard, score 40, 50 points, and still do all the other things he does.
Well, Mike Jaminsky doing what he does best for the 76ers. Anderson going by Grant. Paxson with the loose ball.
Great block out that time by Neely.
And John Paxson hustling down the court. Horace Grant the 5 for the Chicago Bulls. Jordan. Barkley with the loose ball to Dawkins. Back to Barkley. Blocking foul on Michael Jordan. Count the basket.
Very quickly, Dawkins makes a commitment to Barkley, and Jordan has to pick him up. And the bang doesn't work.
Shots, he's only made 5. Horace Grant working hard to free himself. Defended by Ron Anderson right on top of him. Tough shot by Horace Grant.
Well, the Sixers have a speed.
Johnny Dawkins. Anderson pushed out high by Neely. Should be a quickness advantage here for Anderson. Dawkins penetrating and scores. A horn. Can't get the roll. Jordan with the rebound. Nice pass to Ed Neely. So the big fella close, Tommy, so that they can keep it close. They know they are very confident down the stretch against the 76ers. Anderson. Loose ball foul as Charles Barkley gets the rebound but pushes first.
The fight for position. Michael Jordan ends up with Barkley. Trying to keep him away from the boards. A man-sized job. And
41 seconds remaining. Chicago trailing by 6. Grant has the position on Anderson. And the shot. So Horace Grant getting off quickly. Officials as Ed Neely is bodying him up every opportunity. Bad pass by Dawkins, stolen by Chicago. Under 10 in the first quarter. Purdue on a nice pass from Michael Jordan. So Michael and can nail the three-point shot.
Jimmy Lanham describes him as disruptive. That's what he is, the disruptor.
And a nice shot by Hersey. 76ers, 34-26. 9:50 remaining in the half. Purdue off the mark. Neely with the rebound, back to Purdue. And Will Purdue got a lot of playing time when Bill...
Those projects that have landed before their time.
Matter of fact, Chicago was 9-2 when Cartwright was out for those 11 games injured. Anderson. Purdue spins by Mahorn and scores the continuation basket.
Kind of could have taken it right through there. He's favoring the fall-away jump shot right now.
Grant. So Horace Grant using his quickness, the tempo, Tommy, is more to Philadelphia's liking. This is B.J. Armstrong. Nice pass back to Purdue, blocked by Barkley. Here come the Sixers. And a technical foul is called on either Will Purdue or Phil Jackson. Both were mouthing off. Block, Tommy.
Well, you're going to see right now, fast break thrust, hard push, and Purdue on the trailer, and B.J. Armstrong. But you watch this play. That ball just was practically just a... Sooner or later, when they become pros, they start working that, get down and get the ball on that index finger.
The pointing finger. Cheminsky, 12 points. The jump hook shot is working. Anderson with the rebound. And Chicago stopping the Philadelphia. Fast break with the double team. Thornton. And Michael Jordan on Charles Barkley. Strength advantage clearly to Barkley. Can't get the pass into him to take advantage of it.
Too long a pass. Michael Jordan defending against Barkley in Barkley's turf. And the pass too long. And look at Michael Jordan really confusing Barkley and the passer as to where he is. This advantage definitely ought to go to Jordan. Although, watch that matchup.
Cheminsky. In the second half of Friday night's game. Philadelphia had enjoyed a 27-point lead that got down to 3. Here's Barkley.
Great pass by Mike Cheminsky, slid right by.
Bulls, so it's Stacey King, B.J. Armstrong, Bill Cartwright, Michael Jordan, and Horace Grant, the 5 for the Bulls. Jordan. Michael Jordan with 12. And I'm sure you'll be interested to hear what she has to say about her darling son.
Yes.
King.
Boy, just a great move. One dribble to the middle. Gets the
Philadelphia lead. 3:15 remaining in the first half. Dawkins by Paxson and scores.
Great move by Dawkins on the swing.
Hawkins tried to slow Jordan, and it would have been the case for a mere mortal, but not for the man they call E.T. On cruise control in the first half, obviously has shifted gears considerably here in the first half today. 2:25 remaining in the first half. Mike Jaminski, who just can't miss. You hear a number first half points and has hit his last 4 shots. King and the spin moves that we've talked about so much. The ball didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock is down to 6 for Chicago. Paxson. Nice move by John Paxson, shooting with the offhand. And it's a tie ball game, 49-49. And just that, he says, is playing within the rules. He and Barkley both have said that. Jordan loses the ball. This is Dawkins, 3-on-2 to Barkley, traveling. And Michael Jordan comes down and just to make a statement, grabs that ball with both hands. That shot by Charles Barkley.
The Bulls.
And the other side of that notion, neither does Michael Jordan. He normally doesn't play the same in 2 halves. He had 17 in the first half. He'll probably go up in the second half, and up and in goes Stacy. The lead dwindled back to 3. Hawkins had to change his shot because of the excellent defense.
Basket on that penetration.
Jaminski with the rebound. This is Barkley. And Barkley bullying his way to the basket.
They are taking his right.
Next time you're out.
But
JB?
He's only got a couple more weeks. You think he could survive a couple of more weeks?
After 32 years. Jordan.
What a play by Jordan.
I had asked the Philly players if Hawkins had lost his confidence after game 2 trying to defend the all-world Jordan. They said no, he wanted to come home to give him some of the medicine as well. And Barkley dropped Horace Grant and Will Perdue, the 5 for Chicago.
As the double team of Jordan in the low post.
Stolen by Philly. This is Barkley.
Well, no hard foul on me.
Jordan. Armstrong. Rebounded by Perdue. And the nice thing that Perdue did was to collect himself and get his balance, Tommy.
That's a lot of collecting, too. Defense.
And Michael Jordan being defended by Hersey Hawkins. Hawkins with the loose ball. 3-on-2. Barkley. Too hard. Followed by Hawkins.
Again by Neely, as Barkley couldn't smell the offensive board.
Jordan only 9 of 21 from the field. King. That's a high percentage shot.
Right-handed, too.
20 points.
To get it, got in the car, came back, and as he's driving up to the airport, their chartered flight is taken off, and he ends up with 12 chicken in the boxes and had to pay for his plane ticket the next morning. That's what they do to rookies.
And Charles Barkley does what he just did to rookies and veterans alike. And Michael Jordan. Barkley, there comes a double team. Over to Anderson. Good defense by Horace Grant and a steal as a result. Under 10 seconds to play in the third. Armstrong. B.J. Armstrong. And he got his confidence when Craig Hodges was out injured. Good pass from Barkley to Hawkins. So certainly it can be done.
Scottie Pippen, of course, is not here, and that's going to sap the quickness a little bit at this key juncture.
And a quick defense.
A great look by Barkley down inside the Thornton, but there's Michael Jordan just waiting at his quickness at the quick forward spot. It would have been a real plus. Plus his offensive ability.
And Ed Neely showing some offensive ability as he bulls his way in for the score. Barkley looking to return the favor to Neely. Waiting for the double team. This is Scott Brooks for 3.
That was a half-court offense.
Defensively, Scott Brooks reminds me of a miniature Dan Marley. King. Neely and Barkley doing battle. Neely winning the battle.
Boy.
You said you can't capitalize. Jordan with the rebound. 5 rebounds for Michael Jordan. B.J. Armstrong back to Jordan for 3. And Jordan, as if he hasn't been warm already, Julius Irving type mitts by grabbing that rebound one-handed. 9:25 remaining. Jordan. Rebounded by Neal.
And what they're doing to Barkley, it worked. It saved 2 points.
Chicago with an opportunity to go ahead for the first time in the ball game, and they do on that Bill Cartwright jumper. B.J. Armstrong playing confident basketball. Over to Hodges. And Hodges with the running baby hook. All right, Jimmy, what Philadelphia hasn't had, no field goals and only 1 point in 4.5 minutes of play.
Now, this has got to be Barkley time for the Sixers.
Percy Hawkins, nice move to the basket. Well, has outscored Philadelphia 16-6 in this period. And the Bulls holding, clinging to a 1-point lead. Grant makes it 3. By the veteran from Vanderbilt.
And don't forget, he's playing against a guy who is a great rebounder. His job is not to get rebounds himself, but to make Barkley.
Fourth period at the free throw line. Jordan, King, Grant, Cartwright, and B.J. Armstrong, the 5 for Chicago. But it's Michael Jordan's show today. Michael Jordan drops in his 36th point, and Chicago out to its biggest lead of the ball game, 99-92.
To a teammate. Well, what a great job Ed Neely did.
And the Sixers continue the struggle at the free throw line. Dawkins. Jemensky. Barkley, rebound. And score.
Well, Stacey King and Horace Grant just did not block out Charles Barkley. And he made his presence. And a matchup, Charles Barkley defending Jordan.
He's got Jordan out high. Jordan with the quickness advantage. And he uses it and capitalizes on it. Michael Jordan gives Chicago a 4-point lead.
Challenging him. Quick step around, and his speed, Barkley has to release him. Lifts one man on one side of the basket, but the
lead. 2:39 left in the game.
Barkley has not been able to make a quick move in the low post on Neely.
Hawkins. Barkley, rebound, fresh 24. Dawkins. Barkley again, and fouled from behind. Michael Jordan. And
Greg Hodges in for the Bulls right now as an outside shooting threat. Should they start doubling Jordan? And in fact, they've got the speed advantage at 4 positions right now.
Philadelphia has a foul to give, but not like that as Michael Jordan goes over top of Mike Jemensky. And Jemensky with the foul. So Michael
trying to defend this man. Mahorn tries to step up and double him. No way. Jemensky trying to get that quick. See you later. That Anderson is in there right now. He's going to take Jordan.
Anderson. Dawkins. Neely, number 9 on the rebound chart. And Hawkins fouls Michael Jordan.
Same series, you really try to hold serve. So this is obviously a major accomplishment with a 1 win, and that really puts you in a commanding situation. Right now, they're going back to their own home court, and they're up potentially 3-1.
63%. Philadelphia wilted down to 27%.
You know, people say, how can you give it to Ed Neely? Without Pippen being in the lineup today, he stepped up and just did an outstanding job of taking the emotion away from the Sixers by holding down Charles Barkley.
And that's to take nothing away from Stacey King, who started in place of Pippen and gave them 21 points on the afternoon. Percy Hawkins fouling Michael Jordan. Chicago probably had Michael Jordan's name on the press, so they'll have to sprint
now to revitalize themselves emotionally as they kind of got beat at their own game. Hard fouls by the
futile attempt, and that'll do it. as Chicago moves out to a 3-1 lead in this Eastern Conference semifinal series between Chicago and Philadelphia. Chicago pulls it out 111 to 101.